cells. It's 2.5 million times more toxic than hydrogen cyanide.
We learned about that on stream, and since then I've never eaten anything from a gas station. Botulism, the story was there was a guy, or a couple people, deadly substance in the world. It's another real-life lore. We're on a binge, I guess.
This video was made possible by Squarespace. Start building your website for free at squarespace.com/RLL, and then when you're ready to launch, use the code RLL to get 10% off at checkout. Life on Earth can be a dangerous one. Some things are poisonous, other things have sharp teeth, and more things can kill you without you even noticing. In theory, anything could kill you, really. It just depends on how much or how little of it gets inside of you. We're going to start off with regular water. In order to die from a lethal dose of water, you would need to drink 5.6 kilograms or 1.5 gallons in a rapid amount of time.
Water poisoning.
Other common household items you need to consume a ridiculous amount of to die from include table sugar, which you would need to slam down 1.8 kilos worth of to die from. But if you're feeling salty, you need to consume a whole kilogram of MSG to die that way. Death by vitamin C requires you consuming 738 grams, and death by alcohol means you need to consume 438 grams of pure ethanol, which is roughly 25 shots worth of 80 proof vodka. If you prefer smoking, you should know that it takes 79 grams of pure THC to create a lethal response inside of the body. Since cannabis leaves only have a small amount of THC inside of them, you would need to smoke an outrageous amount of weed to die from an overdose. Approximately 680 kilograms. The weight of a Toyota Corolla in 15 minutes. Drugs like ibuprofen can be lethal at around 40 grams, which is about the same weight as an adult mouse, while chemicals like hydrochloric acid approach lethal levels at about 15 grams. In a concentrated, pure form, caffeine can kill you in as little as 12 grams.
Oh wow,
that shouldn't make you worry about drinking caffeinated drinks, because you would need to consume 116 cans of Red Bull or 60 cups of Americano coffee to induce a lethal reaction that way. Drugs like MDMA or ecstasy aren't much worse, with a lethal dose being around 11 grams worth. Eating a block of uranium about the same size as a €1 coin would probably be enough to kill, while consuming a US quarter weight worth of cocaine would also do the trick. Thiopental—
Wait, that's enough to kill? I feel like this is what the majority of rock stars would do before a concert. This seems like a casual amount of coke for at least what movies have taught me, I suppose. Oh, the weight of a quarter. The weight, sorry.
Mercury is even worse.
I got deceived by the picture.
Extremely toxic metal
by the
used in
video.
applications like thermometers that can kill you with as little as a US penny-sized amount. But after this point is where we arrive at the most lethal hard recreational drugs, heroin and LSD, both of which can kill you in as little as 1 gram, or about the same weight as 2 raisins. In its pure form, nicotine can also be lethal,
probably kill you in less than that, I imagine.
403 milligrams. But since tobacco leaves have so little, your only risk of dying from smoking cigarettes is the long-term health effects associated with them, like cancer. The most venomous scorpion in the world is the appropriately named Deathstalker scorpion, and its venom can kill you in a dosage as small as 267 milligrams, which is only slightly less dangerous than hydrogen cyanide. Pufferfish are infamously poisonous.
Yeah, I knew that.
Since they contain the toxin called tetrodotoxin, and ingesting an amount as small as only
look how fucking smug that bastard
could
looks.
be enough to kill you. This is almost as toxic as plutonium, which if it's not being used in a nuclear bomb—
You guys know you can eat pufferfish? I think what is it? I think there's only like 3 places in the world where you can actually eat pufferfish. They prepare it in like a certain way that makes it edible. Fugu, that's what it is. It's the most dangerous food you can eat. Yeah. I don't know why anyone would risk it. It probably tastes like shit too. Also, someone got real brave when they tried to eat this pufferfish at some point. There must have been a lot of trial and error. Fucking piling up corpses to find the one thing they could eat on this stupid fish. I believe it's in Japan. There's fugu in America as well. I remember we looked it up one time. I think Matt brought it up once. I would never try it.
Sarin, an odorless and colorless liquid, is so dangerous that it's classified as a weapon of mass destruction under international law.
What the
Often
fuck is
used in
that?
chemical weapons, a lethal dose amounts to just 11 milligrams, or about the size of a grain of sand. Inhaling a
Holy
lethal amount
shit.
can kill you in just 1 to 10 minutes. And even if you survive,
What?
nerve damage is almost a guarantee. But weirdly, there's still creatures out there that produce more potent poison than a weapon of mass destruction.
What the fuck is sarin? That sounds like a race in Mass Effect. What? I've never heard of that, I don't think. Toxic synthetic organophosphorus compound. When was this made? Sarin gas? Well, even just sarin, well, death water. Well, yeah, but they use it as like a nerve gas. The Tokyo subway sarin attack. Tokyo subway sarin attack. The Aum Shinrikyo released an impure form of sarin in the metro. 12 people died and 6,200 received injuries. So they made it themselves? They stole it. Oh my god, man. Holy shit. I've never heard of sarin. That's horrifying. Oh, it was discovered. Wait, is it naturally occurring? Didn't it say it was synthetic? Oh, he discovered it by trying to create stronger pesticides. I see. I thought he found like a fountain of sarin. That's fucking crazy, man. That's a pretty scary one. Thank you for the 5 gift subs, Adrianic Game. Thank you for that.
Like the Brazilian wandering spider, whose venom can kill you in amounts as small as 8 milligrams. Or the inland taipan snake found in Australia, whose venom can kill you in a dose as small as 2 milligrams. Or the weight of a mosquito. The extremely powerful toxin ricin, produced in the seeds of the castor oil plant, can kill you if you inhale even 1 milligram, which has made it popular for assassination attempts and biological warfare around the world.
I didn't know that, Captain.
But latrotoxin, the venom produced by the black widow spider, will kill you even quicker in amounts as small as just 267 micrograms. The strongest poison any known creature makes on its own is batrachotoxin, found in the so-called poison
This
dart
little
frog.
frog?
124 micrograms is all it takes to
This
kill
son
you,
of a
about
bitch.
the same weight as 2 human eyelashes. But there are at
Holy
least
shit.
2 substances that are even worse. One is called polonium-210, so dangerous that if you inhale just 620 nanograms, about the same as 2 to 3 grains of pollen, you would die an agonizing death. It is 250,000 times more toxic than hydrogen cyanide, and was used to assassinate Russian dissident Alexander Litvinenko back in 2006. But
Oh, that was
by
recent.
far, the most lethal toxin known to
Oh
mankind
my
is
God.
botulinum toxin, which is commercially
Yes!
sold as Botox.
Botulism!
62 nanograms.
Botulism!
Is all it takes to make you dead.
I-
About the same weight
I know
as
this one.
62 of your body's cells. It's 2.5 million times more toxic than hydrogen cyanide.
We learned about that on stream, and since then I've never eaten anything from a gas station. Botulism, the story was there was a guy, or a couple people, they ate nachos from a gas station. All 8 of them suffered from botulism, which is exactly what he mentioned, which is that this toxin, I already forgot the name of it. Botulinum toxin. And what it did is it paralyzed all 8 of them. I don't know if any of them died, because they all, like, immediately received medical care. Yeah, we learned about it from Chubby Emu. I have never, ever changed, like, my life based on a YouTube video until that one. Because I used to eat at, like, Wawa and stuff. I was even planning to do a gas station food tier list of just eating the grossest food, because I used to eat, like, the seafood that they kept on the racks at gas stations back when I was in college. Like, if I'd get drunk, I'd have, like, their gas station seafood, which was the stupidest idea ever. And then I watched that video and I'm like, oh my god, I will never do that again. Wawa food is good, but I will never eat it again. If it comes from a gas station and it's not prepackaged, I'm not eating it. I'm not risking botulism for the sake of having a goddamn nacho. Were they paralyzed permanently, or... The one that Chubby Emu focused on, I think, made a full recovery over the course of like a month or 2 or something like that. I don't know about the others. But somehow, fucking botulism is more dangerous. Well, dangerous might not be the right word. More toxic than polonium-210, sarin, and this goofy frog's cum or whatever. A fucking gas station nacho. I know it's not all gas station food. It was a freak accident. What happens is, Chubby Emu explained it. It can only exist when it's really mismanaged. So the cheese from the nachos was apparently not properly cared for. And I think it got too hot. So it got way too hot. It like started rotting or something. And then it eventually produced botulinum toxin. Misuse of cheese dispenser caused the botulism outbreak. Oh, this was in 2017. 10 people were confirmed. And one of them died. Yeah, like I said, I'm just never gonna risk gas station nacho. She didn't die. But her life was forever changed as a result. One of them did. They said it was like a father. Okay, let's see the actual specifics of how this happened. Thanks to Tier 1 Pharaoh and the resub random number Sonic Wheezeman. They give sub random number in the resub Jack Attack. A 5-pound bag of nacho cheese collected at the retail location on May 5th were being used past the Best Buy date. This is why I take those things like the gospel, by the way. If something is even a day after Best Buy, I don't fucking touch it. Oh, it was contaminated at the retail location. Yeah, it's fucking crazy though. Did the nacho cheese rotten because it expired? Well, no, it didn't start. It didn't fucking produce the botulinum toxin right away just because it was past its Best Buy date. There was just a series of horrible mismanagements of the cheese. And it led to ideal conditions for $1 billion. Okay, it's 25. Oh no, it's 25 billion. Thanks to the resub Nutella.
This real-life lore video is made possible by Skillshare, home to over 15,000 classes that could teach you a new life skill. The first 500 people to sign up
Gotta be
using the link
semen.
in the description will get a 2-month free
It could be
trial.
like Jesus Christ's blood, maybe.
Drugs like heroin, cocaine, and LSD, for example, are the most expensive drugs in the world by sheer weight.
$3,000 per gram of LSD?
The market value for diamonds
fuck.
per gram is even more prohibitively expensive. But even this is nothing compared to the most valuable material currently known to humanity, antimatter. So, what even is antimatter?
We don't know.
To put it simply, antimatter is the opposite of regular matter. Down at the atomic level, antimatter is made up of particles and atoms just like regular matter is. The only difference is that they have an opposite electric charge. Protons in antimatter are negative and called antiprotons, while electrons are positive and called positrons. Whenever antimatter and matter touch one another, they instantly annihilate each other in a 100% efficient release of energy.
That's fucking
this
cool.
pure energy release is why antimatter could prove to be extremely useful. The most efficient nuclear weapons, for example, convert a mere 7 to 10% of their mass into energy, while antimatter to matter collisions release 100% of their mass into energy. If you somehow were carrying 1 gram of antimatter about the size of a raisin and dropped it on the ground, it would create an explosion greater than both the Hiroshima and Nagasaki nuclear explosions combined, easily enough to destroy an entire city. Smaller scale assassination weapons may be more economically feasible, however, like the theorized antimatter bullet, which would essentially be a regular bullet but with a tiny 1/1000th of a gram of positrons attached to the tip. Upon impact, the bullet fired from a rifle would be capable of destroying an entire house, tank, or any other similar-sized object.
Holy
but
shit!
antimatter has several other uses beyond just military ones. Antiprotons have also been shown in several studies to have the potential to treat certain kinds of cancers, and antimatter could also be used as a fuel source for interstellar travel. It is conceivable that using antimatter as a fuel source could propel a rocket with humans on board to about 50% of the speed of light, which is fast enough to reach the nearest star to Earth in a little over 2 years.
That's pretty
so
good.
Why haven't we created enough antimatter yet to do any of these incredible things? The answer is because antimatter is incredibly rare, difficult to produce, and prohibitively expensive currently. It appears that nearly the entire observable universe is made out of regular matter, and while it is possible that there could be entire galaxies made out of antimatter, we have so far not been able to detect any. Antimatter is produced naturally in Earth's outer atmosphere when high-energy cosmic rays impact it, but the amount produced is tiny and lasts only briefly before it comes into contact with regular matter and annihilates itself. The only practical means of acquiring antimatter so far have been to produce it artificially ourselves.
I didn't know the Hadron Collider produced it.
Incredibly difficult and expensive. The Large Hadron Collider, operated by CERN in Switzerland, for example, one of the most expensive and complicated facilities ever built, is capable of producing 10 million antiprotons per minute when fully operational. That sounds like a lot, but it's actually a laughably tiny amount. To produce just a single gram of antimatter at that rate of production, it would take CERN 100 billion years to complete. Production is only the first problem, though. Storing it is perhaps an even larger problem. Since antimatter annihilates matter instantly, you can't just store it in a regular container. You have to suspend the material without it coming into contact with anything. And so far, CERN has only succeeded in storing antimatter atoms for a record 17 minutes before they became annihilated. Since just 1 gram is enough to obliterate an entire city, safety precautions in storing the material and keeping it in safe hands would be of the utmost importance. And we're not even sure how exactly we would store such a large amount in the first place, is cited, while in another NASA paper written back in 1999, a figure of $62.5 trillion per gram is cited.
Oh, so it's getting cheaper.
About 83% of the entire global GDP just to produce 1 single gram. We would have to live with the consequences of life in a world with abundant antimatter, both positive ones and negative ones.
The potential of antimatter sounds nuts, but I think if we ever did actually have antimatter, we would destroy the entire planet pretty much instantly. Maybe not even on purpose. 50% the speed of light is really fucking good, though. That is solid. We could get a lot done. How 2,000 people died fighting over a bucket. It's real-life lore again? Okay. This will be the last real-life lore video for tonight, and then we'll watch the rest of the Hobbit video.
There was the time that El Salvador invaded Honduras after a controversial football game, the time that the Austrian army fought a battle with itself while drunk, and countless times where one guy thought that his religion or way of ruling was better than anybody else's. Most wars, in fact, could probably be argued were fought for stupid reasons. But in all of my personal reading, I've never come across one as silly sounding as the War of the Bucket, which, yeah, was an entire war where thousands of people died fighting over essentially a wooden bucket.
That better be a great fucking bucket, though.
Middle Ages. Italy at the time was divided into various different city-states, and northern Italy in particular was part of the Holy Roman Empire. The Holy Roman Emperor invaded Italy and was defeated by a bunch of city-states brought together by the Pope.
Oh,
For the next couple centuries, different states shifted around their allegiances, but by the 14th century, Modena was all aboard Team Holy Roman Emperor, and Bologna was on Team Pope. In 1296, Bologna invaded and took a couple territories from Modena, which their buddy in the papacy confirmed to be legitimate.
Is this not pronounced Bologna? This is 100% pronounced Bologna, right? It's not? What? Is it not? Because bologna is spelled like that, isn't it? Yeah, bologna sausage. It's pronounced Bologna. Whatever, man, it's bologna. Suck my dick. That will forever just be bologna. The amount of times when I was a kid, because I used to love bologna, and some pretentious asshole had to tell me it's actually spelled Bologna, that's forever ingrained in my head. Anytime I see Bologna, it's going to be bologna to me.
Meanwhile, the guy ruling Modena got pretty pissed about that and said enough with the Pope and what he thinks. I'm gonna show those Bolognese who's boss. His name was the very easily pronounceable Passerino Bonocolsi, and he didn't seem to be very popular at home. And do you know what the best strategy to win support from your own people is when you're not very popular? You start a war and you hope you win it. So Bonocolsi confronted Bologna over the stolen territories, and what would you know? The Pope declared him a rebel against the church and offered a bounty for anybody that could, quote, harm him or any of his possessions.
Damn, the Pope's getting mean.
By 1325, border skirmishes between the two rival city-states were getting more intense. In July of that year, the Bolognese launched a raid into Modena and burned down a bunch of their farms. The next month in August, a bunch of pissed-off Bolognese peasants apparently spent 2 weeks rampaging across other parts of Modena and burned down even more farms.
Hogfish hasn't evolved in 300 million years and is called the perfect animal. And all it does is spread slime in the water. The fuck is a hogfish? Gigantic This is called the perfect animal? Bro, this thing looks dumb as fuck. I was expecting this to be like Cell from Dragon Ball Z or something. We had to shoot this huge fish for our safety. Glock. What do you mean, why? Did the fish hold you at gunpoint? What do you mean? What did you catch? Like an Atlantean or something who came up with this trident? I don't think you... I'm sure you could have just cut the line. What kind of goddamn American shit is that? Oh my god, the fish is too big. Quick, get the Glock. Kind of want to watch it now, but I don't want to just see him execute a fish for no reason. I'm not exactly someone that's like, hey, think of the fish, but I mean, dude was just chilling. I just want to see this.
I knew it was big, but I didn't think it's gonna be that big.
Yeah. Alright, so that guy gets to live to see another day, I guess.
Look at that. Can't put your foot...
Man, these guys just fucking execute these fish in plain sight.
Yeah, baby.
For no fucking reason, I guess. What is this channel? They don't even eat the fish? They just kill them? That's it? That's why I had to shoot it? No, it doesn't seem like they eat them. They don't even have a place to keep them. Well, then again, I didn't really look at the boat. Maybe they do. Yeah, that fish isn't even that big. I don't think they needed to just shoot him. Could have just cut the line if it was that dangerous. Of course they're eating them. Is that a fish you can eat? A bright orange-colored fish? Looked poisonous. Fucking looked like they caught one of those bull toads. Oh, this. So this is the one that's supposed to be the perfect animal?
These are coming in just covered in slime, and here there's something moving inside. I think the only way I'm going to get those out is to put a hand in and pull.
It's like Spider-Man swung through. God, it's like that scene in First Men in Black where that lady gives birth to the alien.
It's quite a big haul, and they're all the same thing. They're all hagfish.
Hagfish look like giant worms, but in evolutionary terms, they're more like the most primitive vertebrates on the planet.
What I've got in my hand here, this hagfish...
Why don't they evolve?
What could be called a living fossil, because in terms of
Who
body
cursed
plan,
them?
this creature has remained pretty well unchanged for something like 300 to 500 million years. There's no bone in there. The skull is just cartilage. There's no eyes, just simple light-sensitive eye spots. And the significance of that is that all
These things don't even evolve. It's fucking cringe.
would ultimately have come from something rather like this.
All it does is goo.
Don't have
Evolution is cruel. For 300 million years, the hagfish have done nothing but ooze cum for no reason. When will they finally advance up the technological chain? What a shame. What a shame. Watch them hunt. Does this one show it hunting?
At the bottom of the ocean dwells a bizarre-looking creature.
Well then, how is it not evolving? If it goes months without a good meal, wouldn't it evolve to maybe get like, I don't know, like a fucking mounted turret on its skull or something? Like anything to help it hunt? Find more food? If it has to wait months in between meals, well, meaningful meals, and it can't even hunt anything that's alive, it has to wait for someone's sloppy seconds, why wouldn't it evolve to be a better hunter? This thing was literally created by evolution to be a loser. It evolved past the need for food, I guess. Scientists film hagfish anti-shark slime weapon. What a cool title. Do they have technology? Like an underwater base? Get out of there, hagfish! Oh, he's kicking sand in his face. No! Oh, he didn't like that slime. Ew, yucky. Oh, this thing just came in my mouth. How vile. Yeah, maybe it is perfect. I mean, as far as defense goes, I imagine it's pretty solid. Like, if I was getting into a fight with a dude, and I got my hands on him, he just fucking ejaculated on me, I'd be like, oh my god, I think I'm done. Well, I never. It's enough of this. Man, these sharks really want the hagfish. When will they learn? They're dealing with perfection. Yucky! Ew! Oh my god, you heathen! Oh! Have some decency! I can't believe that works. What am I even looking at? Thanks, Yusuf Connor. I take everything I said back. I'm a hagfish fan. What if you fell into a pool of hagfish? You'd never get out. You'd fucking the weight of all their slime would drown you, I bet.
They're sneaky, they're slimy, and they're hungry for meat. If you fell into a pool full of them, what makes the hagfish
I actually said that
so
same
unique?
shit about Men in Black.
How
I even
does
made that same
hagfish
comparison.
slime expand so rapidly? They are also jawless creatures with the unique ability to absorb nutrients through their skin.
Man, what went wrong?
4 sets of teeth on their tongue. Hagfish like to burrow inside sea creatures, dead and alive.
Carrying my money. What the fuck happened? What is going on with the hagfish community? Cool fan art, though. They were popular in the 1980s for making eel skin wallets. What? Alright, that's probably enough hagfish. I feel like I've learned all there is to know about the hagfish now. I become a fan. I went from finding them silly to really appreciating their fine work. Chiropractic nose job. I love that title. Yeah. From Dr. Doug Willen. Oh man, he does a lot of chiropractics. No, he actually just breaks their fucking nose. Alright.
Oh. That was it.
Hey, that's not her nose.
Blow it out.
Oh, it's a ring dinger! Hey, she's still alive.
Oh my god.
Hey, the ring dinger is trademarked and patented. You're not. Well, you can't. He's doesn't have a license to practice the ring dinger.
Hi, Alfie. Hi. What do you want to work on today? What are some of your spots?
Also, real quick, you see what I mean? Almost every chiropractor on YouTube has every woman that shows up dressed in as minimal clothing as possible. Every single fucking time. There is no reason why you can't just wear normal clothes when going to a chiropractor, but when you go to a YouTube chiropractor, it's like going to a goddamn audition at a strip shop. A strip club. It's crazy. Every single chiropractor. Every one of them on YouTube. It's their hospital gowns. Yeah. If we're going back down the chiropractics rabbit hole, I saw a really good one. Cool still. I saw a really cool one from our boy Dr. Dr. Bo Hightower. He took a hammer and like a railroad spike and drove it into some lady's asshole.
Cross strap tension around here.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
We've got just the remedy.
So you have great flexibility, which is really nice. Do you get any back tension when you're down that far? Direction.
Bra strap.
Fucking shameless.
So turn around. That's a good location.
Really?
Yeah, so I think spines get tight.
You're a horse chiropractor?
Transition means...
What does that look like? He's a dog and horse chiropractor? Holy shit. Oh, I remember that we kind of looked at this last time, but I thought it was just more of a joke thing. Yeah, goddamn. Now he's got this fucking poor horse about to get decapitated.
Cervical, lumbar, pelvic, jaw, front forends, back.
I can't believe these horses don't just kick his shit out of him.
So
what are you even doing here? Trying to juice a fart out of its ass? How is this helpful? How in What is this fucking technique? I'm not licensed. This is like something I would do if I was just like hanging out with my fucking favorite horse and we're boys, right? Like, hey, let me get your tail. I'm gonna fucking swing from it.
Hey, the horse doesn't want to do this. It doesn't want to do this. On this barrel, we're having a problem making this left or right hand turn.
Oh my god! did you see that horse's face? He's like, what the fuck? I've never seen an animal emote this much. This was very human. Fucking snapped the soul out of him.
Right hand turn. So what I'll do is I'll kind of coerce the animal to do what I want it to do.
Got him with the goddamn guillotine.
It's pulling as far as they can, and we're just separating those joints little by little, just getting them.
Makes sense to me.
Doing that, you're going to see the horse's head shift left or right. What I'll do is.
All right. Well, that was interesting. Back to this.
The right side first.
Mm-hmm. What do you feel?
Breath in and blow it out. And stretch your lower back at the same time I'm working on.
Oh, a reverse ring dinger? What? What the fuck?
I thought I might get a skin pull, but there wasn't one.
Minor adjustments.
How's the stretching feel?
What did this shit on her ankles do? Like, how does that help anything?
Before I started school to finish up a couple of classes.
Oh, cool.
To make sure she can't leave.
We had a good time down there.
Pull her spine? I don't think so. It's not tight enough for that.
Bigger city. Which one's harder to lift? Are they even?
Even, but this one a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna do a little bit.
Hey, calm down. Calm down. I want to see this nose shit though. That's new.
Let the shoulder.
That's probably risk-free. Now rip it. Yeah.
Now I'm gonna do one. Big breath in. Blow it out.
Do it. Fatality. Oh.
That was it.
Oh, get out of here.
Is it breathing a little easier?
Are you kidding me? Absolutely.
Now I'm gonna grab it and flex it again, okay?
Okay.
So it goes all
And
the way
now we
this way.
tear it off. Nice. Jeff the Killer sightings. Jeff the Killer sightings top 5 creepy. Uh-oh. This might be too extreme. Oh, I gotta sneeze. Oh, damn you, Jeff the Killer, you stole my sneeze. Fuck. If you love Jeff, why do people love Jeff the Killer?
Again, oh my god. Now it's really loud, guys. Well, I called the police, they just thought it was a prank and stuff. So I was just gonna show you guys.
Jeff the Killer lives out in the woods, doesn't he? That sick bastard. Get out of there, Junior.
Really weird. There it is, do you see that?
No, where? Where is he? Chase his ass down! Shoot spitballs at him. Come on, Codename Kids Next Door, let's get him!
Okay, this is weird, but...
Oh, wow, I actually recognize this piano instrumental. This is Marilyn Manson, If I Was Your Vampire. Wait, no it's not, this is Sweet Dreams. I'm wrong. 0 for 1. Did I miss Jeff the Killer? Oh, there he is. Wait, is this just this? It's all from the same kid? I thought there was gonna be like a compilation. I thought there was gonna be like a real community of people that keep thinking they see Jeff the Killer. What about Slender Man? Slender Man caught on dashcam? From Gamer's Revenge? Oh my god, he's trying to hitchhike! Pick him up! Thanks to the Prime EO. Man, this dash cam is fucking worthless. Unless you're like trying to catch aliens on it or something. Why is it aimed so high?
Son of a...
What did he see? Oh my god. Slender Man knocked on his window, I bet. Fuck, Slender Man's coming. He's hacking the dash cam. No! He got him with the old force push. All this shit used to be so cute. God, these are so long. Christ, just want to see Slender Man. Not got a whole story. Worked at Publix for 5 years, had to watch a training video. Publix Powerlift. Damn, this is kind of going in. Can't really hear it, but... It's not as good as Wendy's hot drinks. I don't think there'll ever be a training video that ever beats Wendy's hot drinks. It's too good. Song unironically slaps. I'll risk a DMCA for this. Thanks a bit, Smarnami. This is why Wendy's is on top, baby. That's how long. Thanks for yourself, Minty. Oh, the first one. Gotcha, Luna. Hold it steady upon the counter, let it set. Pour it in until the coffee reaches the line. Pop a top on it, gets a lid every time. Wendy's coffee tastes so fine. Hot drinks really get you going. Warm you up when you feel you're slowing. God, this shit's so good. We always serve it right away. Have a smile and have a nice day. Thanks for resubbing, Orthodox. Just like coffee. Use the orange pot, it makes it easy to see. But if you're using the packets in your store, wishing the best for you and his family is terrible. Small cup and furthermore, add hot water up to the line and stir it in. Put a lid on and serve it on a tray again. Get a small cup when you're ready for a hot tea. Fill with hot water, it's easy as can be. Put the lid on and set the tea bag on the top. If they want which is how they taught everything at school. Nice. Don't think twice. Imagine. Give the guests a juicy slice. Hot drinks really get you going. Warmed you up when you feel you're slowing. What about 2 girls, 1 cup? Oh, I'd watch it if I could. That's a great video. Have a nice day. Grab a small cup when you're... Yeah, that's like I said, that song unironically fucking slaps. That's a groove.